Okay, we just missed the first pick, but anyway, glad to be back here doing some draft with you. We took an increasing savagery over basically nothing else on pack 1, pick 1, and here we are in pack 1, pick 2. Flair of the Hatebound provides some pretty sick synergy, and it's certainly fun and worthwhile. And what else is in the pack? Let's see. Priorheart Wolf, certainly a great beatdown card, has Undying, something you really want to get into. It goes well in the werewolf deck, or any kind of beatdown strategy, but mostly in the werewolves. It's not too bad in black red, but we took a green card to start. There's really no green cards here. It's really Flair, puts me in the red green strategy, looking to pick up the Hunger. I think I'm going to take the Flair of the Hatebound over not much else. Let's make this a little bigger so you all can see what we've got here. Yeah, I'm passing and Crushing Vines, but we're going to take Flair. And in this pack, we get a blue card. The best card in this pack is certainly Nibbles to the Breast, followed probably by Wake Dancer, but I've got an increasing savagery that I'm determined to play, and I'm going to take Kessig Recluse here. It's a little early to probably to go all in on green, but Nibbles certainly is a good card, but you hate to start off with a double green card and then play away from it. And this card's certainly worth building around. So I think I'm going to stay that course. Flair is certainly nice if I can pick up some more of the Undying alternatives like Young Wolf or even the 4/1 Vampire. Even though you really don't want your curve to be that high, but certainly those are options. Yep, I'm going to take Kessig Recluse here. Alright, here we are, pack 3. I do see Young Wolf. The best card in this pack is certainly the Nephilia Seakite, which might be worth taking here. I see no red cards, which means maybe blue is what I need to be in. But so I'm not giving up any red cards. The green cards are replaceable. The Hollow Hinge Beast. Young Wolf is rather nice, but I think it's going to be Nephilia Seakite here. You can always certainly splash the Flair if you'd like, but you prefer not to splash a 6-drop. But I think that's the way I'm going to go here. So ranking the picks in a vacuum, it's probably going to be Seakite. No, sorry, Burden of Guilt, then Seakite, and then Young Wolf. I don't think I want to go white. Maybe I do want a Burden of Guilt. The pack I opened was just certainly junk. I don't think there's anything worth considering willing from there, but maybe it's just Burden here. Yeah, we'll take Burden, past the blue. Okay, let's see. Sudden Disappearance. This is a nice finisher, but you gotta know you're in white. You kind of have to be beat down, and starting off with a Recluse is probably, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but so what's the best card in the pack? Wow, this is just a crap pack. Probably the Scob. Yeah, it would have been better taking Seakite into Scob, but here, this pack, I think I like the rare. Don't really want to start off with a bunch of 6-drops, but I mean, this cat, Sanctuary Cat Break a Day, Hunter Howl pack, all this stuff is garbage. This card could win you the game, so it certainly takes that, but it is 6 mana, so we're going to try it. So here we are past a Stormkirk Captain. I've really seen no black yet. Tracker's Instinct, maybe. So this is a good sign, though, that black and red is going to flow, but I did take an increasing savagery. So I think I have to pass the Vampire, which means I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot if I want any more red cards. So I think the Flair may be a splash or not, or splash or just an or not played actually, unless I take the Captain. So you get really here, you're trying to think about what you're passing. I think I like the Tracker's Instinct in this spot. Don't really see the Flair. No, let's take the Captain. So I went with the Captain because I think he certainly was the best card in the pack, and so really but by taking that, I'm probably abandoning green or white. So, or I could just abandon the captain. But I think it was worth taking over any of the other cards. So here, it's probably just gather the townsfolk. Maybe I go into the white-green, splash the red maybe. Beast is replaceable. The Caller is a good card. I'm really not giving up much. I can take the Markov, try to stay this vampire route, but I wasn't seeing much black. I think I'm going to take the Gather. Alright, so now I immediately get past a nice black removal spell. So I think it's time that we've hedged our bets enough to try to pick a path. And so if I take the Markov, I'm abandoning the white for sure, or the green at least. Could be white, blue, white, black, red. Yeah, this is a cluster. Anyway, so I think it could be safe. Take the Warden. Markov is certainly a win card that could help you win. Or take Death's Caress, which is the only removal spell here. Let's take the Death's Caress. Okay. So it's looking more and more like I'm not going to play the Increasing Savagery. Or maybe it's just the Captain. I like Dryad here. I think maybe... The Flare threw me off. I was past a Flare, so that means the guy to my right is going to keep feeding me red in the third pack for sure. Yeah, let's just take Dryad. Okay. I'm not taking a blue card. I shall refrain. So it's either Warden or Crushing Vines. I like Warden. It's certainly a sick blocker, and a main deck card is better than a sideboard card. Even though I'm Crushing Vines, if it's main deckable, that's certainly the card. Or if it's a sideboard card that's main deckable, that's probably one of them. But I'm gonna take Warden here. Let's take the Crushing Vines. Let's go green. Let's get this out of here. No, not yet. Alright, the best card here is Divination. Not going to play it. If I can at all help it. Best card here is Ray of Revelation. Clinging Mists. Prevent all damage. Combat damage we dealt this turn. If you get the Fateful Hour, that's a pretty sick card, but don't take the Ray here. The Discovery. Alright, we got a pile here. Certainly looking more white and green than anything else. No, I'm not going to play this. Probably not that. Alright, here we are. First pack of Innistrad. We're looking at probably a Dark Thicket Wolf. Really not opening well tonight for sure. Yeah, Dark. It's Wolfie time, right? Right. He is the premier 2-drop in the format, I believe. Certainly can just take over a game early and continue to beat down. I'm going to take the Wolf. Dark Thicket Wolf here. Passing a Gatstaff Shepherd, regrettably. Everything else I could care less about. Something to note, there's a Gnaw to the Bone. Just in case there's a spider spawner among us. We're taking the Wolf though. Okay, this is a sick pack. You got the Cruel Outlaw, which is double red. You got the Murder of Crows, which is double blue. Got a Claustrophobia, double blue. Got a Victim of Night, double black. But if I'm looking to go the white-green strategy, I have a Voiceless Spirit or a Rebuke. So this is decision time. I'm not going to take a black card. I think I can handle passing the Cruel Outlaw. So it's really Murder. Do I really want to pass a Murder of Crows? What's missing here? The flip card's here. So maybe he took a rare, or like a Brimstone Volley. I do not know. We are looking to take... Is it really just Murder here? Let's go Voiceless Spirit. Alright. This is better. Lots of good cards here for the white-green strategy. that we're looking to do, maybe with a little bit of a splash. I'm going to take Prey Upon here. You really don't have a lot of removal in white green. I mean, you have Bonds of Faith, Priest, and then Prey Upon for the 2 packs remaining. So I think with the Burden of Guilt only in my pile, I don't think I really have any sort of a removal suite. So I'm going to take Prey Upon here. Hope to Will, a Captain, or a Gat Staff Shepherd, probably. Maybe in the Priest. We'll see. Probably going to get back like something like a Spider. We're taking Prey Upon. Alright, and in this pack we have a Smite, a Spidery Grasp, or Nevermore. Nevermore certainly a sideboard card, so that rules it out at this point. Other notables are the Cultist, but I'm not in blue, not going to play blue. So it's between Smite and Spidery Grasp. I think I'm more inclined to play Smite. Spidery Grasp is certainly an awesome trick, but I like the ability to simply remove their creatures. Even though it is a narrow scope with a power 4 or greater, I think I like Smite better than Spidery here. I wouldn't mind one Spidery in my deck, but I think I'm going to take the Smite. I did just pass a Murder Crow, so I know at least someone's going to be playing that. But we're going to take Smite here and hope for better cards. Alright, here we are. Got another Gnaw to the Bone. An Elder Cathar. Not much else. A Hollow Hinge Scavenger. I'm going to take the 3-drop over the 5-drop. He's actually not better really. I think so. The Elder Cathar is probably the better card here. Best card in the pack is probably the Deranged Assistant. Wouldn't mind willing to Cobble Wings here. We're gonna take Elder Cathar. We're settling right into the white-green strategy, and then we immediately get a pack with neither of those colors of cards. So it could be white-green with red splash. Blue. This is a lot of blue. Maybe that's a sign I should be picking up on. So really, for me, it's between Moon, Heron, or Pitchburn Devils. At this point, I think I'm probably looking to splash the Flare. We'll see what kind of funkiness we can get into with that. There's really nothing coming back from the graveyard other than, let's say, an Unburial Rites or something to that effect. But I think I'm going to take Pitchburn Devils here. Blue, this is probably a mistake because I think blue is certainly open. Looks open here at this point. Moon, Heron, and think twice. But here we go. On to the next pack. I'm not going to take a green card here. So it's Voiceless Spirit or Unruly Mob. I like the Spirit better than the Mob. But 2 drops are a premium here. I have 3, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Spirit past the Mob. He's a human, but the evasiveness of the Voiceless Spirit, I think, gives it the edge here. There certainly is a deck for Unruly Mob. Anything with a lot of sack outlets, like the white-black type, where you're sacking a lot of stuff to Altar's Reaps, and the Priest that lets you pay 1 sack a creature to it, gain life equal to its toughness. Can't remember the name of that one, but yeah, Voiceless Spirit here for me, for sure. Alright, let's see. It looks like this is going to be easily a Ranger's Guile or a Caravan Vigil for the red splash. I think I'm more inclined to splash in my decks than I am to really play these types of combat tricks. It's really just a removal counter spell, if you will. I'm going to take the Caravan Vigil here. I'm not passing much, giving up anything. Looks like the blue's dried up, so maybe we are in the right colors. White or green certainly don't fill up. I'm not being passed insane cards, but I'm still trying to get to a point where I can play the Increasing Savagery, and that involves playing green, so we're going to take the Vigil. Alright, here's the original pack back. The only playable card here for me is going to be Gnaw to the Bone, but I could certainly look to Purify Graves, but the one have the most chance of being played is going to be Gnaw to the Bone. Something to note here, I only have 8 creatures, so I think I need to be getting some dudes. So let's look at sort by color. And 2 of them are off color. So I really have 9 creatures. I'll take Gnaw here. Yeah, as much as it pains me, I think I'm going to take Kindercatch just to make sure I have a guy. He's a finisher, he's a 6-drop, triple green. Splashing, really that doesn't make much sense. Markov Patrician's the best card in the pack. So let's look at, I'm going to take the Mulch here. The Kindercatch is going to come back. I'm going to take Patrician. Okay, we got a playable back. That's very nice. Summerworld Spider will certainly do the trick here. Get our creature count up a little bit. Alright, I want to go back to Show All here. So we're going to take the Nevermore. Color sort. So blue's definitely out. Wings did come back. That's nice. We'll take that. And we'll take a Cool Colors Bell and hide it. So far, 2 packs in, pile's not looking very good. I don't think we missed. I think being out of blue is the right signal. I mean, if I took the Murder Crows, I didn't see much blue after that, so I think that was a fairly safe play. So here we immediately open our 3rd horrible pack, and we can take Creepy Doll at a 5-drop that does all sorts of weird stuff. It dies to dead weight though relatively easily. It's probably Blazing Torch here just for the removal effect. Creepy Doll does certainly wreck us, but I can, bring in the Cobble Wings and try to fly over. So we're going to go with the Torch. I really need more creatures, but don't really have that luxury right now. So maybe the Prey Upon over the creature was the wrong pick. That's probably the case. And I really thought I'd have more guys here. 0 travel preps. White green's not a good place to be without travel preparations, I don't think. Because white really is heavily drafted. So yeah, even in this pack, there's 0 green cards. So no, I'm not going to will anything green out of this. I can take the Torch, the Doom Travel. That's really the options for me here. And maybe a slight chance the Creepy Doll. But I'm going to take. Maybe I just take the guy. Not the Torch. Indecision has its fun. I'm going to take the Villagers here. He's a 3-drop. I'm going to take it over Prey Upon this time just because I need creatures. I don't think I have them. I have 22 cards here. I have 10 creatures effectively. So even if you take out the sudden disappearance, you're splashing for the red. Not playing Nevermore. Not playing Ray. Don't want to play Cobble Wings. Alright, so I'm looking at 5 more playables here. Could splash the Geist to play not a creature here. I think it's time to get a guy. Removals, I have Prey Upon, Blazing Torch, even a Crushing Vines for the Flyers, Smite if it's a 4. So I got some removal options. I'm going to definitely take Villagers here because I do have a Prey Upon. If you don't have a creature, you can't. It's useless. So we're going to take Villagers. Alright, and we're rewarded finally with the Gavany Township, although we certainly would rather have the creature options here. Passing a lot of good ones, but we're going to take the Gavany. Just hope to get there on creatures. So let's go with that. If Gavany wasn't here, I probably would take the Priest. But I'm in the colors. You have to take this card, even though I'm a little shy on creatures. I'm going to take the Gavany. Hope to will one of those white cards. Maybe a Silver Chase Fox. What is this doing here? Wow. Wow. Okay, I wish I had some burn spells. So I can take Charmbreaker Devils or a Moment of Heroism or a Grizzled Outcast. I'm going to take the 6-drop. The upside for him is insane. You start pumping in Savageries. I don't have the nice, the very nice, bring back your Travel Preps or bring back a Brimstone Volley. But this card is certainly sick, and I can't believe it is still here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That really means red's going to keep flowing from this direction. So the people to my right are probably not in red at all, at least 2 to 3 picks down. So if I had a really good green or white card here, I probably would take it over this. But Charmbreaker Devils, you got to take that. You just don't ask questions. You take it and you move on. All right, here's a sweet 2-drop, Cloistered Youth. Certainly helps get you on the beatdown path, which we're somewhere more in the middle at this point. I have some removal spells. I have some 2s, 3s. The curve spread's pretty nice, but I think I win the game a little later whenever I get back to Charmbreaker Devils. If I get that down and it survives, you start bringing back a Caravan Vigil or something to that effect. You know, even a Harvest Pyre here at this point might be nice for the Charmbreaker just to weed out like the things that I have to play, like the Caravan Vigil, or maybe even what else? Nah, that's the only one you don't really want to be bringing back, but you could just bounce it once and hold it. So it's really Cloistered Youth or Doom Travel here for the green red, sorry, the white green splash red deck. I'm gonna take Cloistered Youth. Potential to flip into a 3/3 is just a little better than a Doom Travel, so we're taking Cloistered Youth. Alright, here we finally get a little bit more of a reward with the travel preparations, but I really have to make a decision here on whether I really want that or I would prefer just a creature. Passing a spider spawning, gotta make note of that there could be some on the table, you know, spawning the spiders. I think it's travel preparations here. You could make an argument to go to the creature. I do only have 12, 13 if you count together the townsfolk, but you play white green for this card, and so we're gonna play that card. Alright, do we get a creature? We got a 5-drop creature, which we're going to take, regrettably. Really would like some 2s and 3 drops to flip back around to me. Even if Fester had Boar, I would have been much more ecstatic to take at this point, but we're going to take creatures that are in color and not passing much into the Maw. Not a bad card, but taking the Spider. So here we got no creatures, we got a Moment of Heroism. Yeah, not much else. Taking it. Okay, the best card in this pack is Lost in the Mist. Sorry, Drain Resistant, then Lost in the Mist. Cannibals if it's in the right deck, but I think these two in a vacuum are much more powerful. I'm going to take Parceline here. Parasaline. I don't know how the hell you say that card. Say the name of that card, but it has the ability to remove 2 claustrophobias in one spell, and I'm taking it. Alright, so this is exciting. We actually get a creature, which I really desperately needed. Even though it is a 4-drop, I'm going to take it. Passing a Ride of the Peasants, which wouldn't really work in my deck because I don't really have enough creatures, but we're going to take Abby here. Alright, so Silver Chase Fox did will. That's a great sign for us. Need that creature. Taking it. Alright, so we got 25 playables up here. Certainly can't cut a creature. Going to cut a spell. It's probably going to be Smite the Monstrous and something else. But here we're going to take Desperate Ravings and not play it. I think the Ghoul Caller's Chant's a better spell than that. And we get a 1-drop. Taking it. Alright, so this is probably a 2-1 deck. It might take a little work to get the 2 match wins, but it's doable. I've won with worse and lost with better, so we'll see. I'm going to pause it and I'll come back to you and deck building. It's done. Alright, so here I'm back. I'm going to sit the Flayer and the Pitchburn Devils, go just for the Charmbreaker, the 1 Mountain, give me 2 shots at it with the Caravan Visual. I'm playing 18 lands because I'm playing Gavany Township as a spell. I don't really want to get mana screwed. I do have some 5s and 6s. And I'm running 9 forest and 7 plains. I could go down a forest, play 16 land. play 17 land. But then I get to bring a spell back in, so then what would I bring back in that's worth it? I have 14 creatures. It could be a moment. So the real question is moment or land. Which one do you want to bring in? I really hate getting flooded, but I hate getting mana screwed. So I really don't like the idea of playing 18 land, even though that's the right, safe thing to do. It just bugs me. I hate playing too many land. So do I really need moment here as a trick? So removal, I got Burden, Prey Upon, Torch, Crushing Vines, 4 removal spells. Maybe Smite's just better than Crushing Vines. I like the flexibility though to get the artifact. There's a lot of equipment that's certainly worth destroying. I'm not going to play 18 land. I've got a Vigil. I'm going to play 17 land. The Vigil and the Township count as half a land. I'm going to play the Moment here, I believe. Try to keep my early creatures around. I think this is the right play. So notable cuts were the Smite the sudden disappearance. If I see somebody playing with a couple of the any of the spirit token decks kind of thing, I'll certainly side that in. I like the flare. Got no synergy here.